Nobody saw it coming. Ty Borden, who we thought was gone forever, is standing right there, alive. Fans around the world gasped in disbelief. Was it real? Or just a dream? Heartland, Season 19 Episode 1 starts with a twist so powerful, it shakes everything we thought we knew. Ty's return changes everything. The episode opens with a quiet morning at Heartland. Birds chirp, and the ranch seems calm. Amy is feeding a horse when she suddenly freezes. Her eyes widen. Standing near the barn, just as he used to, is Ty Borden. He's not a memory, not a ghost, he's real. The camera focuses on Amy's face as she tries to understand what she's seeing. There's silence, only the wind blowing, until she whispers, "His name Ty." Fans were not ready. This scene hit like an emotional bomb. Right after the episode aired, social media exploded. On Twitter, #TyBorden trended in multiple countries. Viewers shared clips, crying emojis, and shocked reactions. Many fans couldn't believe it and watched the scene again and again. Heartland, a show known for its calm storytelling, suddenly gave us a twist that felt like a wave crashing through a still lake. The creators of the show had kept Ty's return a complete secret. There were no leaks, no spoilers, no hints. That's what made it so effective. For years, people had hoped Ty would come back, but they never expected it would actually happen. Graham Wardle, the actor who plays Ty, had left the show to focus on personal projects. So, how is he back? That's the mystery that Season 19 begins to explore. Is this Ty from the past, somehow brought into the present? Is it a dream Amy is having during an emotional moment? Or is this the real Ty, having survived, hidden for reasons not yet known? The show does not answer right away, and that adds to the suspense. Fans are left asking, what is the truth? In interviews, the producers stayed quiet. They said only this: Ty's return will be explained slowly. Be patient. That statement only made fans more curious. People began sharing theories online. Some believed Ty was never really dead. Others said Amy might be imagining him because she's struggling with something deep inside. A few even suggested alternate realities, Heartland stepping into territory. While that's unlikely, it shows just how big this moment is. This is not just about bringing a character back. Ty's return means opening old wounds, facing hidden emotions, and asking new questions. It also means change for Amy, for Lyndy, and for everyone on the ranch. The fans feel this too. Many viewers said they cried during the scene, not because they were sad, but because they felt the love again. Ty and Amy's bond is strong, even through the screen. The return of Ty Borden marks a bold move by Heartland. It reminds fans that even after 18 seasons, this show still has surprises. It also proves that some characters are never truly gone. Not when they've left such a deep mark on the hearts of the viewers. For Amy Fleming. Losing Ty wasn't just about saying goodbye to her husband. It was like losing half of herself. In the seasons after his death, we saw her grow stronger, push through pain, and find ways to keep going for Lyndy. But deep down, that empty space in her heart never fully healed. And now, just as she started to breathe again, Ty is suddenly here, alive, standing in front of her. At first, she thinks it's a ghost. Her hand trembles. She doesn't know whether to speak, move, or even blink. Her heart is racing, but her mind can't keep up. For a moment, she looks like she's going to collapse. Then, as Ty takes a slow step forward, her voice breaks. Why now? This is not the joyful reunion many expected. It's raw, confusing, and painfully real. Amy isn't sure if she should feel happy, angry, or terrified. She has cried so many tears already. She has spent countless nights telling herself he was gone. Now, all those emotions return like a flood. Her walls, built to protect herself, begin to crack. Later in the episode, we see Amy alone in the loft, the same place where she once dreamed of growing old with Ty. She touches the photos, the worn-out jacket he left behind, and she finally lets the tears fall. But they aren't just tears of sadness. They're tears of fear. What if this isn't real? What if he disappears again? And worst of all, what if she's changed so much that she no longer knows how to love him? Ty, too, seems different. He's quieter. His eyes carry stories he hasn't told yet. He reaches out to her, but Amy pulls away. Not because she doesn't love him, but because she's scared. Scared of hope. Scared of trusting the moment. In a private talk with Jack, Amy finally opens up. She whispers, "I don't know how to feel. I'm happy, but I also feel broken." All over again? Jack, with his usual calmness, says, "That's love, Amy. It doesn't always come back the way we expect, but it always finds a way." This episode shows a side of Amy we've never fully seen before. She's not just a strong woman or a horse whisperer. She's human, torn between the past she buried and the future she doesn't know how to face. Fans online have praised Amber Marshall's acting in this scene, calling it one of the most emotional performances in the show's history. Some viewers said they saw their own pain in Amy's silence, their own heartbreak in her tears. That's what makes this storyline so powerful. It's not just fiction. It feels like truth, and this is only the beginning. Ty is back, yes, but the question is, can Amy truly open her heart again? And even if she does, will it be the same love they once shared, or will it have to grow into something completely new? Ty's return doesn't just shake Amy, it sends a ripple through the entire Heartland family. The reunion isn't private for long. Soon, others begin to realize that the man they buried is somehow standing in front of them. And the first person to look into his eyes without fear or confusion is Lyndy. Lyndy doesn't remember much about her father. She was just a baby when he passed. But when she sees him now, something stirs in her. She doesn't cry, she doesn't run, she just walks up and says, "You look like the man in Mommy's stories." That moment is quiet, almost magical. Ty kneels and hugs her, and the silence says more than any words could. It's a reunion born not from memory, but from pure connection. A moment that touches every viewer's heart. But not everyone reacts the same. Grandpa Jack watches from a distance. His eyes narrow not in anger, but in deep thought. Jack has seen so much in his life, yet even he struggles to believe what's in front of him. Later, in the barn, he confronts Ty. He doesn't hug him right away. He simply says, "You better have a damn good reason for leaving her to carry all that pain." It's not a welcome. It's a challenge. Jack isn't just a grandfather. He's the protector of this family. And while part of him is grateful to see Ty, another part demands answers. Where has he been? Why didn't he come back sooner? The tension between them is heavy, but underneath it all, there's a shared understanding. Jack has always treated Ty like a son, and sons don't get off easy. Meanwhile, Tim reacts very differently. At first, he doesn't even believe it. "That's not Ty," he tells Lou. "This has to be some cruel joke." But when he finally sees Ty in person, the anger floods in. He pushes Ty, accuses him of abandoning Amy and Lyndy, and even tries to get him off the ranch. It takes Lisa and Jack both to calm him down. Tim's reaction is fiery, emotional, and full of guilt. He spent so long trying to fill Ty's shoes, being there for Amy and Lyndy, that now he feels replaced. Like he was just a stand-in for the real man. It's not fair, but it's real. Heartland doesn't shy away from complicated emotions, and in this episode, those emotions are everywhere. Lou, ever the peacemaker, tries to hold the family together. She invites Ty inside, sets a place for him at dinner, and insists that they talk before jumping to conclusions. Peter is supportive, though cautious. Even Katie seems unsure how to feel. The dinner scene is quiet, tense, and full of awkward silences. No one knows what to say, so they eat with heavy hearts and eyes full of questions. Later, when Ty tucks Lyndy into bed, Amy watches from the hallway. She sees her daughter smiling, holding Ty's hand, whispering stories and asking questions about the past. For the first time, Amy allows herself to breathe. Maybe this isn't a dream. Maybe this is the second chance they never thought possible. But the truth is still unknown. No one has the full story yet, not even Ty. And that mystery hangs over the family like a cloud. Can they trust him again? Can they rebuild what was lost? Or will the cracks in their bond only grow deeper with time? Heartland has always been about healing and family. Now, in season 19, it faces its biggest test. What happens when a miracle arrives, but healing is still needed? The return of Ty may have shaken the hearts of those at Heartland, but the ranch itself isn't standing still either. Season 19 opens with more than just emotional reunions. There are visible changes across the land. The barn looks busier. New equipment sits beside the old tools, and there's an energy that feels unfamiliar. Like something new is being built, literally and emotionally. Amy has been running the ranch with a quiet strength since Ty's absence, but now with him back, everything feels uncertain again. They used to work side by side. Every decision, every challenge, they handled it as a team. But now, Amy hesitates before giving instructions, and Ty hesitates before stepping in. It's not that they don't want to work together, it's that they're trying to figure out how again. In this episode, we're introduced to a new character. She's a skilled ranch hand in her late 20s who joined Heartland just months before Ty's return. Calm under pressure and excellent with horses. Alina quickly earned Amy's trust. But her presence now creates a quiet tension. Not because Ty is jealous, but because he feels like a stranger in his own home. Alina knows the new routines, the schedules, even the quirks of the horses he once trained. Ty, meanwhile, feels like he's playing catch-up in a place that used to be second nature. There's one scene where Ty tries to help calm a troubled horse, but the horse backs away, responding better to Alina's voice than his. The look in Ty's eyes says it all. He's not just returning to his family, he's trying to find his place again. And that place might not be waiting the way he hoped. Meanwhile, Amy's bond with Alina creates another layer. The two women have developed a quiet friendship. Alina has seen Amy's grief, supported her through late nights and hard days. And now she doesn't know where she stands either. She sees the closeness between Amy and Ty but also senses the distance they haven't fully bridged. And in that space between love and confusion, small misunderstandings begin to form. But Heartland isn't just about horses and healing, it's also about work. And this season, the ranch faces new challenges. A nearby property has been put up for sale. And a competitive buyer, someone with a history of undercutting local ranchers, is interested. Lou warns Amy that if this buyer takes over the land, they could lose grazing space and suffer financially. Ty, hearing this, steps in with a bold idea: to expand Heartland's services. Possibly by opening a small training program for young riders. It's the first time Ty takes charge since returning, and it gives the audience a glimpse of the old Ty, the man who loved the land and wasn't afraid of hard choices. But Amy, cautious after everything, wants to move slowly. "We just got our life back," she says. "I'm not ready to change everything again." Their conversation is gentle but strained. Ty wants purpose. Amy wants stability. And the ranch stands quietly between them, waiting to see which direction they'll lead it. In the final scene of this segment, Ty walks into the stable late at night and runs his hand across the wooden stall doors. He whispers the name of a horse they once trained together, one that's now gone. The past is everywhere at Heartland, but the future is still being written. As the sun rises over the ranch, so does the question: can Ty and Amy rebuild more than just love? Can they rebuild Heartland together? While the spotlight remains on Ty and Amy's shocking reunion, another storm is quietly building in the background, this time inside Lou's home. As Heartland Season 19 unfolds, it becomes clear that Ty's return doesn't just affect Amy, it stirs up tension in every corner of the family. Especially for Lou and her daughter Katie, whose relationship begins to crack in unexpected ways. Lou has always been the planner, the fixer, the one who keeps everyone together even when the world falls apart. As mayor of Hudson and a mother juggling an already fragile home life, Lou thrives on control. But Ty's sudden reappearance throws everything off balance. The return of someone they all believed was gone starts to unravel the emotional stability Lou has spent years trying to protect, especially for her daughters. Katie, now a teenager with more questions than answers, reacts in the way teenagers often do, silently at first, then suddenly with fire. She sees how everyone is wrapped up in Ty's return, especially Amy, and she feels forgotten. When Lou tries to calm her, Katie snaps, "Why does no one care how I feel?" Her voice is shaky, her eyes full of unshed tears. She's not angry at Ty, she's hurt that the world is changing again. And no one asked her if she was ready. Lou, caught between her duties as mayor and her responsibilities as a mother, begins to feel the pressure. She's missing council meetings, canceling dinners with Peter, and falling behind on work. The emotional weight is too much. For the first time in a long time, Lou admits she doesn't have it all together. In a vulnerable moment with Lisa, Lou confesses, "I always thought I could hold it all up. But what if I can't anymore?" Meanwhile, her relationship with Peter takes another hit. He's supportive, at first calm, patient, trying to help, but as Lou pulls away emotionally, focusing more on everyone else's problems and burying her own, Peter begins to feel like a shadow in her life. "You don't let anyone carry your weight," he says. "Not even me." Their conversations turn into small fights, and small fights turn into long silences. Even Georgie, away for training, sends a video message with concern. "What's going on back home?" Everyone seems distant. It's a powerful reminder that the Heartland family isn't just defined by one couple. It's a web, and when one part is pulled too hard, everything else starts to shake. Lou tries to bring peace by organizing a family dinner, hoping food and laughter can fix what's breaking. But the tension bubbles under every smile. Katie barely speaks. Amy is distracted. Ty seems like a stranger to some, and Peter, quietly watching Lou from across the table, sees the woman he loves becoming someone who never rests. It's only when Katie runs off one evening just for a few hours, scared and overwhelmed, that Lou finally sees the truth. Her daughter doesn't need a perfect mom. She needs a present one. In a heartfelt scene, Lou finds Katie by the pond and simply sits beside her. No lecture, no politics. Just a mother saying, "I'm here. I've always been here. I just forgot how to show it." That's what makes this part of the story so beautiful. It's not about big speeches or dramatic turns, it's about the quiet breaking points that real families face. Heartland Season 19 doesn't just give us the return of a beloved character. It forces every person, especially Lou and Katie, to reckon with what it means to be a family when everything you thought was permanent begins to shift. Asterisk. Just when it feels like Heartland has shown all its cards with Ty's shocking return. Episode 1 quietly slides in something even more mysterious: new faces. They don't arrive with fanfare. They don't demand the spotlight, but something about them feels off. And in true Heartland fashion, these characters bring not just fresh energy but buried secrets that could shake everything again. It begins with a young woman named Sienna, who appears at the ranch looking for work. She says she's a traveling vet tech, passing through, and heard Heartland might need help. Amy is cautious, but Ty surprisingly steps forward and offers her a temporary role. "She reminds me of someone I used to know," he says, quietly. There's a subtle hesitation in his voice, but no one questions it, not yet. Sienna quickly settles in. She's smart, eager, and unusually observant. Too observant. She knows things she shouldn't, like where Ty used to keep his old saddle or which horse doesn't like being approached from the left. Amy brushes it off as coincidence, but Lisa notices. And Jack, he starts watching Sienna more closely every time she walks by. At the same time, another visitor arrives at Hudson's town office. A man in a dark suit, claiming to be a representative of a private investment group, is asking questions about Heartland Ranch and the nearby properties. Lou, now juggling a shaky home life and political office, feels a chill the moment he speaks. "It's just business," he says. But something in his tone feels too smooth to rehearsed. And when Lou checks his name, nothing comes up. Number, records, no firm. Just a whisper in the wind. Back at the ranch, strange things begin to happen. One of the new horses panics during the night without reason. Someone leaves a gate unlocked that Amy swears she closed. And in the barn, Ty finds an old photograph tucked into a wall beam, one that wasn't there before. It's faded, water-stained, but unmistakable. It's a picture of him, with someone else standing beside him. Someone he doesn't remember. Or maybe someone he's trying to forget. The tension builds slowly. Amy tries to stay focused on the horses. Jack keeps a shotgun, closer than usual. And Tim, already on edge, starts following the new ranch hands when they leave for town. It's clear that something is unfolding beneath the surface, but no one can see the full picture yet. One night, Sienna visits the loft where Ty and Amy used to sleep. She pauses at the door, looks around, and whispers, "It's just like he said it would be." The moment is brief, easily missed, but for those paying attention, it's the biggest red flag yet. Who is he? And what exactly did he say? By the end of the episode, we get a final clue, a shot of Sienna outside, speaking into a tiny device hidden in her jacket. "They trust me," she says. But not for long. Then she looks back at the barn at Amy and Tyann turns away. This is no ordinary Heartland storyline. For the first time, the ranch is facing something darker. Not just loss or love, but lies, manipulation, and the feeling that someone is watching from the shadows. And while everyone's attention is on Ty's return, they may be missing the real danger standing right beside them. Ty is back. That much is clear. But as the final minutes of episode 1 fade out, the question that now echoes louder than ever is why? And how? Heartland has always been a show grounded in love, healing, and second chances. But this time, it feels like something else is coming, a deeper test, a hidden truth, and maybe even a dangerous twist waiting just beyond the horizon. Fans across the globe aren't just watching, they're investigating. Message boards are filled with frame-by-frame breakdowns of Ty's return. Some viewers have zoomed in on his eyes, claiming there's a coldness that wasn't there before. Others notice that he avoids certain questions, like where he's been all this time or how he survived. And one fan theory is gaining speed fast. This might not be the Ty we remember. What if he was taken, hidden, or even worse, what if this is a version of Ty changed by something or someone we haven't met yet? The photograph he found in the barn. The unknown woman named Sienna. The mysterious man with no records asking about Heartland. These aren't background details, they're puzzle pieces. And the picture they form might change everything. For Amy, the return of Ty is both a miracle and a burden. She's not the same woman she was when he left. She's stronger now, yes, but also guarded. The love is still there, but trust has cracks. Her heart wants to believe this is real, but her instincts are whispering that not everything adds up. Meanwhile, Lou is facing her own crossroad. As the mayor of a growing town and the emotional anchor of the family, she's being pulled in every direction. Her quiet fear is that something bigger is coming for Heartland. She feels it in the way people speak, in the way silence hangs just a little too long after someone says Ty. Jack, the family's compass, senses it too. He knows when a storm is coming, especially one that doesn't show itself right away. And in a quiet moment on the porch, he says something that might define this whole season. Sometimes, the ones we love most return with shadows we don't see right away. Season 19 isn't just about reuniting a family. It's about testing every bond that held them together. Will Ty reveal the truth? Will Amy accept it, whatever it may be? Can Heartland survive what's coming, not just from outside, but from within? Fan theories are flying. Theory 1. Ty is suffering from memory loss caused by trauma or experimentation. Theory 2. Sienna is part of a group that hid him and now they've sent her to watch him. Theory 3. The man in the suit isn't after the land. He's after Ty. Theory 4. Ty was forced to make a deal to stay alive, and now that deal is catching up to him. No matter which theory is true, one thing is certain. This is the most emotional and suspenseful start to a Heartland season ever, and as the final scene of episode 1 closes in, we see Ty standing alone, under the stars. He looks up at the sky, almost as if expecting someone or something. And he whispers, "I bought us more time. I hope it's enough." Season 19 is no longer just a story about healing. It's a countdown to truth. And truth, in Heartland, has never been this risky.